how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. In today's video, I'm playing with the new Melt Cosmetics Electrip eyeshadow palette. I love Melt eyeshadow palettes. I do buy most of them. I don't have a complete collector's mentality like I used to back in the day, but as long as the color story appeals to me, I'm probably gonna buy it. And I was really excited to see a new Melt release. They also did release like a body glitter gel type product and then 3 metallic lips. I didn't end up picking those up just because I don't really use body glitter gels, and I also am not really a big fan of metallic lips, but I did pick up the palette. Obviously, in this video, I'll be doing like close-up swatches. I'll be creating 2 looks in this video, and I'm really excited to share the looks with you. I do also plan on doing an additional look over on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, so just stay tuned for that. I will go over my accessory details during each of the looks, and yeah, we're just gonna get into it. I hope you're having a great day. Let's play with some Melt Cosmetics. I love the packaging of this. I love an optical illusion. I think this is such cool packaging. I think it's a lot of fun. And then on the inside, we have 10 shades. It's kind of divided like warm, cool with some browns in the middle. I will say, I wish there was like at least one more green. I feel like a bright green matte would have like really done something to this palette, like maybe replacing one of those browns with the bright green. That's just me though. I feel like I'm always looking for things to be a little more bold, a little more out there. And as much as I do like this color story, I did expect a little bit more when they were first teasing the theme of it all. But overall, I'm pretty happy with it. We have 4 mattes and 6 shimmers. Maybe I wish it would have been more of like a half and half ratio, like maybe replace the brown shimmer, for instance, with that bright green matte. I feel like that would have been really cool. But overall, yeah, this is the color story. We have some really cool shimmers in here. I feel like the blue one, Galactic Love specifically, has really nice like shine and reflect and sparkle to it. I feel like it has a really good richness, which I appreciate. But yeah, this is the color story. I don't think I really have much else to say about that. Let's just dive into the looks themselves. I did 2 completely different kinds of looks in this video, and then at the end we will chat some more, we'll regroup, I will give you my thoughts so far, and yeah, let's get into it. Hi friends, I'm so excited for this first look. I'm just so excited for this palette. We all know that I'm a Melt stan. Before I forget, these plugs are Love Kills Boutique. These earrings are Spooky Doodle Club on Etsy, and I don't know where this choker's from, it's old. So we're just gonna dive in. I'm gonna prime with my Sigma eyeshadow base to start with, blend it out, and then we will go to town. I hope you're doing well, by the way. I am getting ready to go hang out with my friend Christina, actually. We're gonna go to the bookstore and I'm very excited. So I wanna start with the shade Reefer. Honestly, my first thought with this palette was I want nothing to do with that brown, only the colors. So because of that, I'm gonna use the brown to get out of my comfort zone. I'm using my Singe Beauty brushes for this look. This is the E04. And I'm just gonna use this to pack in the outer corner of my eye, create a little pocket of depth out here. I'm just grabbing little bits at a time, just kind of feathering it outwards, creating a little bit of a wingy shape, but not stretching it out too far because I'm gonna use some other shadows to blend it out. And then I'm gonna smudge against the outer part of this lower lash line as well and just kind of make sure they connect a little bit. All right, we're off to a good start. Next, I wanna take the shade Strawberry Fields. I wanted to do kind of a warm look for this. I'm gonna use the Singe Beauty E02. I'm just gonna grab a little bit and I'm gonna kind of focus this a little bit on what I just did. I'm not gonna bring it inwards too far just now, maybe not ever. We'll see. And again, kind of the same with this outer corner. I'm just gonna kind of smudge everything out, doing little motions. I love these brushes, by the way. I've used them, I think 2 other times now at this point, and they're absolutely phenomenal. I'm super, super happy I bought them. Might have to go pick up another set at some point because I really like these shapes. I think that did pretty much what I wanted it to. I just wanted a slightly more diffused angle with that. I'm already really liking this. I'm gonna blend it out a bit with Bang, this cute peach. I'm gonna use my Singe Beauty E03. And this one I am gonna take even further like towards the front as well. That is a gorgeous peachy color. I love that. So I'm actually gonna start in the front because I want it to kind of have a nice pop of the peach before I diffuse it in with the rest of everything else. And then I'm gonna start kind of down here actually. I'm kind of bouncing around back and forth. And I think I'm getting a little bit of my Fenty highlight mixed in with all this, so you're seeing a little bit of sparkle, but I'm good with that. I don't mind at all. I've never minded a little extra sparkle. I love, love, love this peachy color. I didn't expect this peachy color to potentially be my favorite part of the palette, but maybe it is, who knows? Time will tell. Now I'm kind of lightly sweeping it outwards where the rest of my shadow's going. And then I'm gonna add just a little bit more Strawberry Fields. Gonna just lightly start blending this upward and outward, just kind of elongating this winged out, blown out shape a smidge. And I'm probably just gonna kind of go back and forth between this pinky red and with the peach till I'm satisfied with what it is all doing together before we start going in with our shimmer. Okay, I'm pretty happy with what's happening so far. So now we're gonna go in with some shimmer. Gonna start with my NYX glitter primer, of course. I use this with every shimmer ever. Gonna just tippy tap this across my lid since I don't have long nails today. I'm just gonna use my finger. And I'm gonna use the shade Head Trip. I just want this smeared all over the lid. Ooh, that is a really pretty orange. It's like such a fruity color. It's so, so pretty. It's so juicy looking. Might have to change my earrings because these are not the same kind of orange vibe, so I'm gonna probably switch those out. That shade of orange is glorious. Just gonna use one of my previous brushes to just kind of smudge along that edge, make sure everything is flowing from matte to shimmer nicely. So super cute. I do feel like I want to build up my outer corner a little bit darker again. I feel like I kind of lost that. So I'm just going to build up that brown that I first started with just a wee bit more. Still making sure it flows into that orange nicely. And I want it to just feather out towards the outer corner. Yeah, I feel like that made a big difference. I like the way that looks a little bit better. I like the way that brown and the orange look combined, actually. I'm actually just gonna wipe that same brush off that I had with the brown. I'm gonna pick up some of that orange shade on the edge of it because I wanna smudge some of this against my lower lash a bit as well. Just to add another pop of color, bring forth more of that orange. I'm actually quite fond of the way that orange looks on the lower lash line. I think that's really, really pretty. For the inner corner, I'm gonna use Saturn. Just going to plop it right there. I like the color. It's kind of a cute peachy glow. I'm pretty satisfied with this. I think I'm gonna finish up my look now, throw on my mascara, an eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here's look number one complete. I love how it turned out. As you can see, I did add a little flick of a graphic liner. I couldn't help myself. I feel like I got possessed by some kind of graphic liner ghost and it just happened. But I do like how the addition is. I feel like it made the oranges pop even more. I used the 24/7 Inks liner from Urban Decay in the shade 0. In my waterline, I ended up adding an even brighter orange. This is the orange pencil from Odensai, and I feel like it made the earrings balance out a little bit more, so I didn't need to take them off. And then on my lips, I used the bold pencil just a little bit along the center of the outer part of my lips, and then I threw on the Squeeze lip oil from Blend Bunny. I like this vibe. Like, it's basically clear, but it has just like the slightest, juiciest tint of orange. And I feel like it complements the orange in my lid really nicely. Like, it's subtle, but it complements, and I'm here for it. So yeah, this is look number one. I hope you like it. Let's move on now to look number two. All right, look number two. I'm not quite sure what I want to do. Like, I have a rough idea. So I guess let's just get into it. I'm gonna prime again with that same Sigma eyeshadow primer. So I think I want to do it where it's kind of like playing with the red in the front, fading into the blue in the outer corner area. I'll probably use that brown again just to deepen things up if I feel like it needs it. And then I want to play with like the blues and greens for the shimmers. So I guess let's start with Pseudo, that really lovely blue. I think I'll use the Singe Beauty E02 for this. Just gonna grab a little bit and then just very lightly, I want to start kind of just swirling this in the outer corner and feathering it outwards. I just have a little bit on my brush to start with, and I'll build it up. There isn't like a lighter blue to blend this out, so I want to kind of just use itself to blend itself out by just starting with a light hand and then building up and deepening up. I do like that shade. I think that's nice. I'll grab some and kind of swirl it on that lower lash area as well and just kind of connect everything together. Just like so. I loved how look number 1 looked all day yesterday, by the way. I feel like it wore so pretty. I got a lot of compliments when I went to the bookstore and I think it was really fun. And now for the front, I'm gonna take this Strawberry Field shade. I'm gonna use that fluffier brush, the E03 from Singe. Just gonna grab the tiniest little bit. Like I barely dipped in at all because I want it just to start again as a little bit more of a sheer wash and then I'll build it up. Because I want it to blend into this blue really nicely before I potentially deepen things up with that brown. Those are really cute next to each other. I also think this red might offer a really nice contrast with like the bright green in the front. I think it could be really cute. But we shall see. We'll see how it all plays out together. I feel like this is actually working really well, like just grabbing a sheer amount and like slowly building it up. I'm pretty satisfied with what that's doing. All right, I do want to start deepening up with that brown a little bit just to add some more contrast. So taking Reefer again, that brown. I want to start with the E05 from Singe. It's a little bit more tiny and tapered. And I want to run this kind of right in my crease just to create a little bit more depth and contrast in the front specifically. And then I'll worry about the outer corner in a minute. Honestly, I might not even do the outer corner. I might just like build up the blue even more. But for now, I'm just gonna kind of run this brown here, get a little more depth going on before we do our shimmers. And I'll just blend it out with a little bit more Strawberry Fields. Get a nice little contrast going on. Yeah, I feel like that made a good difference, just adding that little added detail to the mix. And then for the blue, I'm just gonna grab a little bit more blue on that first blending brush that I used, focusing it just like on the outer corner of the lid itself. I don't really want this like blending out anymore because I'm happy with the blend out here. I just want a little more depth on the lid before I go in with the shimmers because I am gonna use that dark blue shimmer. So that will add a little bit more depth to the outer corner as well. But I just want to kind of aid into that a little bit more. It's a really nice shade. I am very happy with this color. All right, moving on to some shimmer now. I'm gonna start with my NYX Glitter Primer. And I'm just gonna use this flat brush from ColourPop. It's an E3. I'm gonna start by just plopping a little bloop of that on my lid. And I'm gonna carve out roughly where I want that cut to be, kind of going in line with where that darkest part of my crease in the front is, where I laid that brown down. For me, I like to go just slightly above my natural crease and just follow the roundness of my eyeball. I just find that's what I like the best. So I'm gonna be using Magic Mush faded into Galactic Love. Just grabbing that pretty green on that same flat brush. I'm just gonna draw right up against that cut, just kind of letting it feather out towards the blue in the outer corner. And then I'll start really packing it on in the front. And if you've been here before, you already know, but I like to lay my multiple shimmers when I do cut creases like this, like kind of at a diagonal. So like this top diagonal will be the green and the bottom will be the blue. I like the way it, I don't know, highlights the dimension. I feel like they're super easy to blend together when you do diagonals. I really like that shade of green. I think that's really pretty. Now I'm just gonna take Galactic Love on my finger. I love how pretty that is. And just gonna stamp it in this outer part of my eye, and then I'll use the brush to kind of blend them together in a second. But since I have short nails right now, I'm gonna take advantage of it. Ooh, that is so rich. That would be really pretty just like smeared all over the lid as well. It'd be such a good color. Kind of stamp it right there. And then I'll just kind of smudge a little more green right along the merge. And I'm just kind of scooting, doing little wiggly motions to get the blue and the green to flow together nicely and give me a good gradient. Using the Singe E04, I do feel like I want to pop a little of that blue shimmer Galactic Love on that lower lash line in the front as well, and let it just kind of scoot and fade into the matte in the outer part of the lower lash line, because I just really love this shimmer and I want to play with it even more. I just think it is a gorgeous, gorgeous shimmer. It is so sparkly. And then for the inner corner, I want to take Blue Heaven. I feel like that is just fitting for what we did today. Ooh, that's really bright. It's brighter than I expected for some reason. Overall, I think I'm pretty pleased with this. I'm going to finish it up, throw on like my mascara and eye pencil, something on my lips, and I'll be back when I'm complete. All right, here's look number 2. I hope you like it. I really like how these colors all ended up playing together. I did add one little detail. I took another one of those 24/7 inks liners from Urban Decay. This one's in the shade Freak, just to draw a little like line right where that green starts, just to add even more definition. It didn't change like that much about the look, but I feel like it just made it look a little cleaner. So I added that. Obviously just threw on mascara. My eye pencil is Crystal Crush from ColourPop. I just felt like a metallic blue was kind of the vibe with that lower lash line. And for my lips, I wore the Bold pencil from Rare Beauty. I think I wore this in look number 1 also, with the Rare Beauty Delight lip tint over top. I felt like it kind of complemented that inner part of my crease a little bit, and overall I really like how this came together. As far as my accessories go, this is just the same choker, I don't know where it's from look number 1, and same Love Kills Boutique plugs, and then Spooky Doodle Club earrings. I wanted to bring forth another pop of green to this overall vibe. So I hope you like this look. Let's zoom out and I'll give you my thoughts so far. Thank you so much for watching my video playing with the Electrip palettes. Which look was your favorite? Look number 1, look number 2? I really like both. Like, I'm very happy with this look, but something about look number 1 I feel like did something to me. I was really, really pleased with how that one ended up turning out. So I might have to give it to look number 1 this time, but you let me know. Overall, I had fun playing with this. I've played with every shade except for the shimmery brown. Surprise, surprise, me skipping a brown. What's new? But overall, I did have fun with this. Again, I do feel like a bright green matte would have really done something to this palette, but overall, I'm not mad with what I've done with it. I do feel like, however, now that I've created these 2 looks, I'm not like over the moon, like inspired by this palette. Like, I like what I created, but as far as creating more things, like again, I will still do an additional look on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, but I don't know. This one's not like speaking to my soul the way I thought it might. And I did have fun with it. Like, the formula was fine. As I've said 1,000 times before, I've never met a melt palette that I don't like. I think the formula was fine. The mattes blended out really nicely and they built up really good. I like the level of pigmentation. And the shimmers, while they aren't that like crazy, shifty, sparkly magic that we see in a lot of palettes nowadays, I do still appreciate melt shimmers for what they are. They're very saturated, very metallic, very, I don't want to say thick because that almost has a negative connotation, but they just have really good metallic saturation and I love it. I don't know what it is. I can't really put my finger on what it is. Maybe it's truly just that bright green matte that I feel like would have taken this over the top for me, but overall I feel just very okay about it. Like, I'm not mad about it at all. I had fun with it. I like it. I'm glad that I have it, I suppose, but I feel like I expected this to do more for me, if that makes sense. But if you're super into this color story, I did enjoy it. I think the formula was great, and overall I did have fun. I'm looking forward to playing with it again, hopefully doing something a little different with this palette versus what I've already done with this palette. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have to say so far. I just feel very like, it was good. Nothing groundbreaking, nothing revolutionary for me. I don't think it's gonna become like an all-time favorite of mine, but it was fine. We had a good time together. I would love to know your thoughts. Did you pick up that palette or anything from that new Electrip collection? Do you want it? How are you feeling about the color story? Do you feel the same as me and feel like a bright green matte would have benefited this palette? Because I definitely do. Maybe that's what I'll do for my Instagram video / TikTok. Like, maybe I'll play with this palette, but incorporate like a bright green matte from something else, just to kind of get a feel of what maybe I feel like it would have been better as. But we'll just see. We'll see what I feel like doing when the time comes. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave some bright green emojis, since that's what I feel like we're missing. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps my channel out a lot. And if you're not already, you can subscribe if you want to see more of my videos. I'm posting most days here as well. And you can join my channel memberships if you would like to. You will get a cute little bat badge next to your name, exclusive emojis, and you'll get access to a members only Get Ready with me once a month, which I think the first one either just got uploaded or it's coming very soon. So just stay tuned for that. I'll have the link to join down in my description box. And you can follow me on my other socials if you would like. You can join the battybean fam. I am battybean on everything, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye. There's definitely somebody trimming trees down like across the street, and it's unreasonably loud, honestly. Sometimes it's really hard when I like can't find words to express my thoughts. I feel like I came to a good consensus with just like, it's fine. It was good, not revolutionary, but I wish there were more words in my brain.